Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York and I'm here in fabulous Las Vegas. Gonna take a special drive today. Gonna drive the entire F1 circuit except for the first quarter mile because that's completely closed off for brand new construction. But pretty much gonna drive the entire route. So come on along with me today. We're gonna hop in the Camaro here and drive the circuit. Let's go check it out, shall we? As you can see, the grandstand area is still under construction, so the very beginning, and I forgot to mention the very end of our lap, will not be seen because I simply don't have access. It's closed off, but pretty much the entire lap will be seen here on this video. The grandstand will be on our right. Right now we're on Harmon Avenue. If we were to continue straight for a few blocks, which we can't because the road's closed, we would end up at the Las Vegas Strip. However, this is where the race ends and begins, as most races do end and begin in the same spot. We're going to make a right onto Koval Lane. Koval Lane is 1 block east of the Las Vegas Strip, and we're heading north on it right now. That's the Ellis Island Hotel and Casino on our right-hand side. And again, this is the very route the drivers will be taking. Of course, they'll be going a little bit faster than me, and especially on the Las Vegas Strip, as you'll find out as we head towards the end of the race, it's just bumper to bumper. But we'll manage to edit this video and make it look somewhat interesting. On our left is the back of the Horseshoe and the Flamingo hotels and casinos, as well as the High Roller from the Link Promenade. Up ahead on the right, you can see the brand new MSG Sphere. We're going to swing around that and head up Sands Avenue. In order to swing around the MSG Sphere, we need to take Westchester Drive around the Sphere to Sands Avenue, just like the drivers will. Alrighty, we made our right onto Westchester Avenue, and we're going to swing around the MSG Sphere and come out on the other side on Sands Avenue, which we will start heading west on, just like the drivers. I'm sure you noticed I'm mapping out the course as we go along in the upper right-hand corner. At least I hope you noticed. This is a lot of work, people. In case you were wondering, the MSG Sphere is scheduled to open September 29th, and the F1 race is November 16 through 18, so the Sphere will be open when this race is going on. Ahead of us overhead is the Las Vegas Monorail. Pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, the only way to get around the Las Vegas Strip these days. You guys know I like mass transportation, and I really enjoyed taking the Deuce everywhere, the double-decker bus they have along the Strip that goes downtown and other places as well, but it's stuck in traffic just like every other road transportation, so the monorail really the last holdout until this race is over in November, and I guess I let the cat out of the bag. Now you're not going to be able to get on the monorail either. After I took this beautiful car back to the rental place at the airport, I had to take an Uber back to the hotel. I also took an Uber from the hotel back to the airport when I was leaving. Only 2 Uber rides this entire trip, and I will tell you, I was talking to the drivers and they say they look closely at where you're being picked up, where you're being dropped off, and chances are pretty good if the area has heavy traffic, they're not going to accept your fare, which is totally up to them. And if you haven't been paying attention, I don't know why you haven't been paying attention or watching the road or that little map that I worked so hard on, we went around the Sphere, we made a left onto Sands Avenue, we're heading west on Sands Avenue, heading towards the Strip.
This is Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video.
And a few shout outs today, one to Robert Camacho, who found Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, in my last Las Vegas video, Travel Day to Las Vegas. Also, Deborah Camacho, who found Captain Morgan in my latest NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line Gem video, Breakfast at the Grand Pacific Restaurant. Good job, guys. And another shout out to David Dowling, who gave me a super thanks on my Sculptures Walk Atlantic City video. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate your support of the New York channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Jeff from New York, where's all the freaking traffic you've been talking about? Here's the thing, I believe this part of the strip has already been worked on as far as preparing for the race. From, I'm going to say, the edge of Caesars to the Bellagio, that's where the new construction is beginning. And pretty much from there down to Harmon Road, which is by right past Planet Hollywood, construction continues, and it's pretty bad. All this traffic will eventually be jam-packed into one lane each way. Well, as long as we're stuck in a little traffic here, a little bit about this race. It's 50 laps, so what I'm doing here, they're going to do 50 times, only they're going to do it at 212 on an average, 212 miles per hour. The entire track is 3.8 miles. There are 17 corners, 3 straightaways, and 2 DRS zones. What exactly is a DRS zone? I'm really not too sure, but I do know it has something to do with the driver adjusting the aerodynamic of the wing in the back of the car to make the car go faster. They're only allowed to do it on 2 zones in this particular race, and it's kind of controversial. As a matter of fact, the Formula One people were thinking in the past, and they're still thinking about it now, of just doing away with drivers being capable of doing that. But right now, as it stands, the DRS zones, there's 2 of them here on this course. I did my best to explain what they are. If you need a further explanation, I would Google it and be totally confused just like I was. And for the record, and your sanity as well, I'm only showing you the times when my car is actually crawling or moving. You're not seeing the 5-10 minutes where I'm sitting perfectly still. That's all been edited out. By the way, if you have $1 million to spare, Wynn Las Vegas wants to make you a deal. Ahead of the race, the hotel is advertising a personally curated all-access race weekend experience for the price of just $1 million. Included in the package are daily rides to and from the race, as well as airport transportation, spa treatments, caviar, 4 nights in a 3-bedroom duplex, luxury seating at a show, VIP passes for a variety of race-related events, and much, much more. Well, for $1 million, it should be much, 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 much more. The all-access experience is designed for 6 people to enjoy, so it averages out to about $167,000 per head. That's a bargain if you ask me, said Jeff from New York with tongue firmly planted in cheek. The pricey package may sound extreme, but it's well matched with a racing event that's expected to be one of the most expensive of the year. Price of admission starts at $500, which gets you a 3-day general admission pass. Wynn Las Vegas is a founding partner of the race, and so are MGM Resorts and Caesars Entertainment. Like Wynn, the latter two companies plan to offer lavish race weekend packages for wealthy racing fans. MGM CEO Bill Hornbuckle has said that the company will purchase between $20 and $25 million in F1 tickets to offer in packages, including some that cost upwards of $100,000. Caesars packages for race tickets, food, and a 3-night stay average about $2,600 per night. As you can see here, traffic heading both north and southbound on the Las Vegas Strip are actually all taking place on the southbound side of the strip. The northbound, which is over on the left-hand side past those palm trees, is completely closed. Up ahead by the traffic lights, we would make a left there onto Harmon Avenue, which would be the final straightaway of this race. It would bring us right back to where we started this video from. Unfortunately, Harmon Avenue is closed in preparation for the race, so we can't do that. So you've seen just about 90% of this race. You didn't see the very beginning or the very end, and if you look at the map, you'll see exactly where we are right now. It looks like a fun course. I'm looking forward to this race. Obviously, I'm not going to be in town that weekend. I'm going to enjoy it from the comfort of my living room.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.